Hello and welcome to today's episode. I'm Sharice Williams, a spiritual guide, and I am excited to welcome you here to this episode. I say that all the time, I think. So today I want to talk to you guys about something that is, you may be like, oh, we're talking about this topic because it's talked about a lot in the spiritual, magical, and healing communities, and that is intention. But I'm specifically wanting to talk today about intention as it pertains to the tools that we use with holistic healing and energy work and magic and spells, and why intention works and why it's important when utilizing these tools. So basically, okay, so what are tools? What am I referring to when I'm talking about tools and also ingredients, I keep saying as it pertains to energy work and magic and healing. So tools are basically, if you're an energy worker, your tools technically are your hands. That's like your number one tool with magic or energy work. And really, magic is a form of energy work. You're working with energies. So whether you're doing crystal healing or chakra balancing, or you're working a candle for a candle spell, you're using energy, you're working with energy. So tools, as I'm referring to, are crystals, pendulums, tarot cards, what else? Essential oils even. So those are some of the tools that I'm talking about. And then ingredients, if we're doing like spell work, is any sort of herbs, and again, crystals, candles, colors, spices that we might use, various things like that. So basically it's the tangible items that you're using in your energy work. Now, you could just throw some crystals on somebody, be like, oh, this crystal is good for the sacral chakra, and just throw it onto their sacral chakra area. Or, if you are dressing a candle, you could be like, oh, this red candle is good for passion, and let me just throw some cinnamon over here. And there we go. And, you could balance that person's sacral chakra just by tossing on a crystal, and there you go. And you could get some benefits of that candle working by just using the color candle that you want and throwing some cinnamon onto it and going about your day. You very well can have some energy results from that, whether it be, balancing the chakra or the magical energy associated with that. But not a whole lot. And this is where intention matters. I personally view intention as it's not only number one, because here's the thing. I always try to gather my thoughts before this, and then I get all flustered because I'm trying to say like 15 things at once. And I feel like my spirit guides and stuff are like telling me things to say too right now. So they need to chill out a second. All right. So take black tourmaline, for instance. Black tourmaline, and all crystals really, have so many different uses. So you could take this and be like, okay, this is good for grounding, and then just like hold it, and then that's it, and not really put any intention into it. But when you are working with a crystal or any of these tools, when you set your intention with it, it's almost sort of like telling the crystal, for instance, let's just use the crystal as an example. You have all these different qualities, just like people. Our magical and spiritual and holistic tools, they have different qualities, just like people. So you're basically telling the crystal, hey, I know you have all these different great qualities. This is the quality I'm wanting to work with right now, specifically. And so when you're setting your intention for that quality specifically, so for this, say we were doing grounding, and you're wanting that quality specifically, you're setting the intention, and it's sort of like communicating with the crystal or any of your other tools or ingredients and saying, this is your particular quality that I'm trying to connect to right now. And that sort of bridges then that opportunity to kind of harness that particular energy. Whereas if you don't set the intention of what specifically are you wanting to use this crystal for, the crystal's kind of like, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, here's all my qualities, and things work better. Energy work, magic, it all works better when the tools and our own intention and energy have specific goals to work towards. So let's use a crystal example in the sacral chakra. So say somebody is feeling, their sacral chakra is a little blocked and they're wanting to open that up a little bit, particularly relating to their creativity. They're having a hard time coming up with creative things and feeling that that like passion around creativity. A crystal that you could use that is beneficial just all around in general for the sacral chakra is orange carnelian. So, you know, that's where I said you could technically just take carnelian because you know it's good for the sacral chakra and place it over their sacral chakra area. And they probably will receive some sort of benefit because the crystal's energy will kind of do its thing. But if you're really wanting to pinpoint that specific creative passion aspect, you would need to set the intention that that carnelian is going to strengthen the passionate creative energy within their sacral chakra, if that makes sense. So you're basically kind of, with setting the intention, you're telling the crystal, hey there, carnelian, I know you have all kinds of awesome qualities, but right now we're specifically working with your ability to elicit creative passion. And so we're going to work with that right now. And then with intention, you place that onto the sacral chakra area. It's sort of like the crystal then knows what to do in that space. The same with magical working. So, and this is where intention, if you do everything with intention, which that can get exhausting, and I don't always do everything with intention, but you can literally create magic and do energy work all day long. So for instance, in the morning when I make my cup of coffee, generally I make my coffee, I put a little pinch of salt, I have some sugar, I have some cream, sometimes I may put some cocoa into it. All of those ingredients on their own are magical ingredients. You can use all of those ingredients in your energy work or in your spell work. And so by me combining all those ingredients in my coffee cup, yeah, I'm probably getting some of the energetic and magical benefits of those ingredients without me having to set an intention. But if I set the intention as I'm putting in these ingredients and put them in there with intention, it's like telling these ingredients what I'm wanting to bring into my life. So when I sprinkle a little bit of salt, I will set the intention of purifying my own energy space, my own energy field. And that's a lot more powerful than me just throwing some salt in there and just hoping for the best. But if I set the intention, it's sort of like waking up the energy in that salt. And I'm telling the salt, hey, we're going to cleanse my energy field right now. And so then the salt's kind of like, oh, okay, I know what to do. Let's do that. And the same with, the coffee. Coffee has different elements as well to it, and sugar and cocoa. Putting in the sugar, I can say I'm wanting to sweeten up my attitude for today. Different things that you can say. It's basically setting the intention, telling that ingredient or that tool or object what you're wanting it to do, giving it a job. That's one aspect of setting an intention and why it's important, is you're kind of like, again, you're telling these tools or ingredients what their job is, and then they know how to best help you. Another thing that I think setting intentions does and why it's important is it's almost like giving these tools and these objects permission to energetically affect you, because we do have free will. And, while our spirit guides and angels and all of these things, basically everything with energy can help us, a lot of the time, unless it's like a rare circumstance, like, you're in a life or death situation and sometimes our angels then swoop in to help us, a lot of the time we need to ask for help, or we need to give permission for these energies around us to assist us. So by setting an intention with an object or an ingredient or a tool, it's sort of giving it permission. I'm giving you permission to help me, ground my energy. I'm giving you permission to help me sweeten my life. I'm giving you permission to help me balance the sacral chakra. And that's really important, to allow these energies to assist us. So when we set the intention, we're giving that permission. Another thing that's important with intention and why I think it works so well with energy work and magic is because it's sort of also, it's bridging that connection between the tool and ourselves. It's bridging that connection. It's sort of opening that doorway into the energetic realm. And it's also, I think when we set an intention with something, it helps us to awaken that within ourselves. I firmly believe that everything we need is within ourselves. Our mind and our own energy field is more powerful than I think most of us realize, even more than I realize a lot of the time as well. And so when we set the intention with an object or an ingredient, because we're bridging that connection and we're opening that door to the energy of that object, it sort of also awakens that energy within us as well. So just by setting the intention to work with an object or an ingredient, yes, we're receiving the energy and the help from that particular item, but we're also then almost kind of giving ourselves permission to tap into that quality and awaken that quality within ourselves as well. So it's kind of two for, you know, so for instance, with the black tourmaline, you're giving the black tourmaline a job of grounding your energy. You're giving it permission to help you ground your energy. And then you're also awakening your own inner power of grounding your energy. So it's really kind of, multi-purpose with setting intention. And it's really, you'll notice too, whether you're doing energy work, like I said, balancing chakras, cleansing somebody's aura, reading their cards, or you're doing some sort of magical spell work. It's so important for that intention because it's setting that clarity. It's giving the permission to these tools and these items to assist you. It's awakening those energies within yourself. It's giving these items and your own internal energy a job and a clear task to do, rather than them just being like, I don't know, maybe she kind of wants me to go this way, or maybe she's wanting to bring this under, I don't know. So it's really important that we set intentions. And like I said, I mean, this can be literally for everything you do all day long. You can set intentions and do energy work and magic in your life, from making your cup of coffee in the morning. What else? Maybe making your bed in the morning. As I'm making this bed, I'm setting the intention that I am organizing my life, because I don't know about you, but when I make my bed in the morning, it just makes my whole room and life feel more organized. I don't know, but it really does. Even doing your laundry, you can put the laundry in the washer, and as you're pouring the laundry soap in there, you can set the intention that the laundry soap is not only cleansing your clothes, but it's cleansing your life. It's cleansing your energy field, because we're putting our clothes onto our body and putting them into our energy field. So set the intention that not just only is the laundry detergent getting rid of your grime on your clothes, it's getting rid of the grime in your energy field. There's so many different things, as vacuuming, set the intention that as you're vacuuming, what you are sucking up, you're not only sucking up, cat hair or whatever, you're sucking up the unwanted negative energy in your home. And then when you empty out your vacuum, you're emptying that out of your life. There's so many opportunities all day, every day to set intentions. But yeah, so I just wanted to share that with you guys. Let me know in the comments or reach out to me on Instagram, ShariceWilliams.xo on Instagram, and let me know how you like to set intentions. Excuse me. Especially if you are setting your intentions and doing energy work randomly throughout the day. This really just adds so much to your life. So, all right. Peace and love, everybody. Bye-bye.